where I parked it. I'm gonna have people looking. The worst part about this property is that, like, where I just walked, oh, or where I'm walking right now, and where I parked is visible from the road. And it's just a situation. There's really nothing you can do ultimately. But I mean, you could put a screen up and get it to where they can't see up there. But from the road, you can still see a little bit of the plot even after a screen. So ultimately, right now, red car's sitting where it's sitting. Had someone come check if I was supposed to be here before I even got away from the car, so I expect cops. My buddy will be like, yeah, I got messages from 12 people. He's probably watching right now. I sent him the link. If you are watching, buddy, I'm doing a quick. We got about a little over, I think technically an hour and 20 minutes until it'll be dark. A little under an hour. I had to pee. Been in the car an hour and a half. Sorry, guys. So we have just over an hour until it's dark. And at dark, I'm gonna go home. Oh, I'm on my way home from the Illinois Deer Classic. By the way, if you're watching right now, if you Google the deer store, the website is the-deer-store.com. I added a new product line today. Well, a new company's products to my website. I'm hosting some of their products. I made a discount code. The code is 2025. I wanted to add them. I saw their stuff and I was like, hey, this stuff's awesome. Can I put it on my website? And they were like, yeah, we like it when things sell. And I'm like, hey, I like selling things. So Just doing a quick loop around this way. My main goal is to check out the timber over here, but I'm trying to figure out how they're using over here before I spend the rest of my time over there. They're looping, jumping that log. By the way, buddy, if you are watching right now, if I accidentally find a shed, it's mine. And if it's a monster, I get a hunting property on that one. Just kidding. Just kidding. If I find the shed, it's mine, but I'm gonna help you kill him. I'm just following the best trail I find to find out how they're moving around it. I know they're coming from up and around there. We're not going up, so we should just follow that corner around. So if you guys go on the deer store, you can find it on my page. There's a link in the description here. I'm done talking about, well, 6 people back now. Yeah. Link in description. 2025 is the code. 10% off anything over $50. Please use it for the new apparel collection that I added today. I really want those the nice people who are making these awesome products that I love so much that allowed me to put them on my website. I want to get that immediate positive feedback that me putting it on my website is benefiting them, you know. My company gives 10% of every sale to DNR programs. So then I took another 10% off. We're not going up that hill. So 20% off the total product. And my margins aren't much over that. So I assure you, when the pooches have a couple hats, or I mean, they have some awesome stuff. Hoodies, vests, hats, shirts, all sorts of cool stuff that they design and make in-house. Okay, so that dude's house is up there. I never realized it was that close. I've never been here with everything bare. There's no audio. Oh, that was a while ago. Mestina. Hey, if you guys could do me a favor, if you could copy the link for this and put it in the comment section of my last short that I posted right before I got on this, that way people can get from that short to this one, that'd be great, because in that short, I told them the link would be in the description, but I can't put it in the description while I'm on YouTube. And I couldn't get the link for this live until I was on YouTube. So if you can copy it, drop it in the comments of the last short I posted and come back. I love you forever. That way anyone that sees that short that I just dropped has a way to get to this and can join us. All right. That's not where we're going. Okay. So he was right. I haven't been to this property in a couple years. And as I remembered it, there was, I'm just gonna try to find the first human-sized passable trail that looks like a big old racked buck could fit his head through, and that'll be the trail we'll take. There's a bunch of little trails that wagon weave and all that. Slip in between stuff like a little deer does. But deer will fit. If deer fit without like too much craziness, they'll go through it once their antlers are hard. But you can definitely like limit the buck's trail if you see the trail is only 12 inches wide and you're trying to shoot something over 3 years old. There's an owl. And I would just love for you guys to be able to see it, but I'm not gonna pressure it. I ended up on a decent deer trail though. I spooked an owl. I got a good look at it, but you didn't. But it turned us and put us on. Yeah, the owl's going. Put us on a pretty good deer trail. And that's yeah. So everything here to there and then all the way to the road. Should seem to. I probably got enough time to find the. I think this horizontal trail that I'm on to their road over here. It's pretty beat, so I think it's like the paralleling road for them to do the same thing our road does. I have a feeling we're gonna come up on like. I'm trying to find something that goes like away from this that matches the deer. That's not it. Squirrels just... A squirrel just went off. Either a human or a deer. I bet it's moving over there. Oh well. We are allowed to be here. So if someone doesn't want to come chat, they can. Whoa. All right. So I don't know if Zach's on here, but I'm just going to talk to you guys like I was talking to Zach so I could show this. So we were both right. Because the other day when we discussed this, I was like, you need to cut a bit. That way you get more growth. And he's like, it was over. And I'm like, yeah, but as far as I remember, it wasn't real thick. Which, I mean, this is kind of thick, but there's a lot of stuff like this big. There's a lot of big open areas where you can see 100 yards is the problem. See all the way to the next property right there. So I'm not going to show it. It's not as bad as I thought, but a lot of stuff does still need to go. Like, he's buying this property. So the few good trees that are growing, he can let go, or he can let grow. But like this leaner right there will never serve any purpose unless it's laying down. And it's gonna grow a bunch of stuff that blocks all that clover that's under there from growing later. And this half tree right here is not ever gonna be any money. All the stuff that's growing is going to be above where the deer can reach, so it serves no purpose other than shading out all the green that's under it right now. You got to remember that, because people will be like, oh, well, we go out in the woods and look, everything's green right now. Yeah, but what happens when that gets leaves? When everything you see gets leaves, how much of this floor is left unshaded? It's not terrible, but there's a lot of junk that really should go. Like all these little buggers right here, unless like you need them for screen on the edge, which we will leave a screen 20-30 feet wide on the edge. You don't need all this little stuff is the point. If you want to keep the big stuff, cool. You want all that little stuff, save 5 actual those are cucumber to pencil size. Save 5 of the 1-inch plusers and the rest cut them. But when you do that, I would cut this ugly thing and that ugly thing so that some of those can grow. Those ugly things there will never be bought by anyone, no matter how much makeup you put on that pig. No one will ever want to buy that pig. It'll never be marketable. The grains will always be crap. And the bigger it gets, the more headache it will be to get rid of when it grows up to be a big piece of crap. And I'm not suggesting doing the entire property like I just said. If you did that, like, you'd end up with another single age, which is the main issue here. Aside from the few good trees that are left, which I've really not seen any. I know this place was bought very reasonably, so it makes sense that it was sold pretty cheap, and it's kind of a floodplain. Oh, I've had a long weekend, but I told my buddy I wanted to help with this year for free, just to give him the results, to help have more footage of what we're doing here, what can be done in Indiana. He thankfully has a tractor. He did till it, which I'm not a big fan of, but there's a time and a place for it. I'm just trying to find like real good bedding spots where they're clearly bedding. Once I find the spots where they're clearly bedding, you know, that'll be a spot to make better bedding. Okay. Where does it start to drop? Unfortunately, there's a lot of these invasives, sticker bush. Oh. And it is too warm now to come in here and spray to try to kill the invasives and encourage other things to overpower it. So you don't want to cut a lot of bedding and just like give that a bunch of sunlight. You want to add sunlight. Complete thorn bushes. You don't want to do it to the thorn bushes, because that just gives the thorn bushes more sunlight. So I can already tell you he needs fire up that tractor because it's still here. And it needs to. I'm just gonna say screen. Yeah, I'll probably use our food plot screen that's gonna be on the website this week. We have it ready. We do not have it on the website, and all of the input it in all the systems and everything. Ooh. Oh, I got dogs barking at me, but I think currently they're on the next property. I haven't talked to my buddy. You probably don't want to comment if you are watching. I haven't asked him about what sheds he found here. I do know when I helped him out here a couple years ago with the plot, there were big deer on camera early in the season, but not so much after, I guess. I don't know. Life got busy. Okay, they got another trail there. I can't point you up there. Hey, 8 people that are watching, I don't want you to go do it right now, but I added a new company's products to my website today. And I made a code that's 2025. If you want to use it for my website after this video, after you're done watching, that'd be cool. Website is The Deer Store. The Deer Store. That's all I'm going to say right now. Thank you for bearing with my selfish plug of you guys checking out the new company that I put on the website today, because it would mean a lot to them and me if you would support them by buying it off of there. That way they know they're being taken care of and their product is in good hands. They're making money already off of me. But I asked them to be on the website because they're freaking awesome. Everyone left when I talked about money. Or maybe they just stopped talking about deer. Will someone do me a favor and comment coupon code is 2025? That way I don't have to keep saying it. Be cool. We'll just see it. Website in description, coupon code 2025. I added them to the website because they're freaking awesome. I'm ordering a hat myself tonight off of my own website just because I want one of them. I already picked it out. They got really vibrant, contrasting colors, like think pink and baby blue, but in outdoor setting type of image. Sorry if my granny's watching, she's gonna be embarrassed of that. Hoping there's a paralleling trail to this water. I can't show you, but there's water. There's definitely a paralleling trail. I just wonder if it's grown man with bad knees sized paralleling trail. That's so problematic. So yeah, I mean, now I can show you. So the plot, I don't want to show anything I can't. Plot's out there. That whole field. Debris, see that white sycamore back there? Or shagbark hickory, I mean. That laner in the back. There's like 4 acres of plot right there. So he needs screen around the plot so they can't see from back there out that way. I can't show you past there. And he needs screen along the wood line that we're walking in right now because this field's up here. And we don't want them peeking out of these woods into that field. Because if they can, they will sit over there and watch their trucks to come in. So there needs to be a visible barrier, and then you just check the whole edge of the field with your fancy binoculars, or my kids call them knock-knocks. And when you do that, you make sure that no deer are sitting there, that your grandpa, right there's a deer bed, sits here, watches the road, or the driveway, I mean, watches the driveway, car comes in, he's out, boogies that way, or this way, but, or he just sits there and doesn't move. One decent sized bed, I mean, that's a pretty decent buck bed. Right there, I betcha. It's got stuff in it, so I mean, it's not fresh, but I mean, I would bet there was a deer there last season watching when they were hunting. He gave me permission to show you guys what I'm showing you here as far as what I'm looking at. I haven't talked about it in a minute, so the people watching might not have heard this yet. I'm looking at this property. I want to help my buddy cut this a bit to help the few existing good trees. Hopefully I can talk him into planting a few more, and we use old fencing that I bet you he's got laying around to let the trees get, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. Because this was just investment property, and then he decided to buy out the other investor because he wanted to live here. If he wants to live here, he wants to improve it. I want to help him improve it. There's a good poop. This is another probably pretty likely buck bedding area. I don't see the rubs, so I would say it's not late. I'd probably sit here because you can just watch the road. There's a road to our right here. I'm not going to show you. There's a road to the right. You can see the red car. That's my car on the driveway. There's a road up there. So we don't want them to watch cars come down that driveway, which I would just about guarantee is happening. Why are we so worried about it? Well, if we don't put a screen on this edge, I would say 15 to 20 feet all the way. They can sit on this edge, and as long as they don't move, you're not going to see those little heads in here. Because, I mean, they can sit way back there, and as long as their eyeballs can see enough that when they hear a car hit gravel, they can peek, they're out of here. You didn't know they were here. Which I'm gonna be completely honest about myself. I imagine most of the times when I said, oh, I didn't see any deer when I was bow hunting. Unless I completely got something crazy wrong, like they were not eating this food source because it's gone, or something like that. Or, I mean, trespasser, I mean, something happens. Point is, the amount of times that I've hunted, didn't see any deer, and I was like, oh, there's no deer here, and no. A lot of times they watched you pull in that driveway, heard the gravel, watched you pull your truck in, and listened to AC/DC with you for 10 minutes. They didn't move. When you were listening to AC/DC, they were cool with that, but when you shut the AC/DC off, shut off your truck, got out, packed your bag, kicked a bunch of gravel, made a bunch of noise. They didn't leave then. They left when you walked towards over here. That's the big lesson that I was trying to convey in an awkward way. Imagine this. I'm trying to show you my car without showing anything I shouldn't. We'll go down to a deer level. Down here, I can't see anything, so deer wouldn't sit here. If the deer is used to a car coming in, but if here's a car coming in, it could go from laying to standing and see the red car. There's a rub. That's the concerning part to me here. I don't see tons of buck sign, which means they were not here during the rut. And like for the most part, I'm sure he's come here. We're here at some point. You saw him once or twice, but he spent 90% of his time somewhere else. And you hunted him all season long. He was only here 10% of the time. When he sat in a spot where he could see and hear you pulling the gravel driveway. How many seasons have you thrown away like that? Real talk. I'm not shaming you people. Don't run away and think I'm saying you suck. I'm saying I have sucked so many times. Found a deadhead. Ooh. Oh. Just gonna leave it with the pile of bones that it was with. Is that another one? There's another one right there. I don't see a head on that one. There's another pile of bones there. Do you guys know if EHD deer all die together? I think not. I think they die where they die. So there's definitely more than one dead deer here. I'm just looking over here a little bit, and then I'm going back to check out that little spot more. I just wanted to see if that little spot spread this way. There's bones right there too. Is that part of that? I'm just gonna go up and over. My guess would likely be poachers, because it's right on the edge of this property where during the right time of the year, certain people on the other side of the water could definitely shoot with a rifle. Not legally though, because the other side of the water is not huntable. The other side of the water is city limits. But from those city limits, you would have a very good view. My ankle's about done. Done walking for this weekend. You guys want to go back and see the shed or the deadhead I found? Comment if you want to go back and see the deadhead. If you don't comment, I guess we don't have to go back. Oh, okay, that ain't it. You know what? Sometimes you just make a decision and it's the wrong one when picking these where you're gonna poke your little noggin through. Oh, I am getting damn hungry, friends. All right, where's this deadhead at? There was a deadhead. I found, it looks like 2 or 3 dead deer over here. Ugh. Another positive thing about cutting right here is if you fill it thick, you let growth happen here, they won't be able to see through as much. Although right on the edge, it's hard to do much other than just block it with the trees you cut in here, which is probably what I would do, but only in the spots where they don't want to cross. You don't want to make them hit your spot. But putting some thicker cover on the ground wouldn't hurt, trying to keep the deer from getting shot from the other side of the water. So I'm standing in a pile of bones here. I don't see a head. But I got femurs here, so that's weird. One ear in, 2 femurs there. That's 2 deer. One carcass there. Part of the carcass up here probably matches part of the carcass here. Oh. So he broke his brow. I'm gonna leave that for him to find with a can so he can find it. One, two, three, four. I mean, he's a 6, but who knows what he would have done next year. He probably had a bigger injury or a smaller injury than the one that killed him the year before. So he's a little wacky, but I mean, that's a 2-year-old, I would say. And from the discoloration, we'd say last year, I'd probably. By the way, I just need everyone to take a break and write Mountain Dew a message and let them know that Wendell Eric from Osseo Gear and Hillbilly Willie from thedeerstore.com, and I know the tethered guys like that Mountain Dew, that Diet Dew. Rendell, tether guys, the deer store, we're deer hunters, and we love that Diet Dew. And I bet you we would talk about a whole bunch more if you guys sent us a pallet Diet Dew each. We would really talk about our Diet Dew drinkage a bit more, you know. I do it. I've been doing it for years. You watch this page, the second YouTube short that I posted was about how deer don't care when I'm around as long as my pee is in their scrape, because I got the Diet Dew in it, you know. They love that. Rendell. Rendell knows. You drink that Diet Dew, they're gonna hit that scrape. I wanna put this where he will find it for sure. I found this deadhead, guys. There's actually, so these are ribs. So there's a pile of deer bones there. There's a pile of deer bones there and there. This guy's here. And there are a couple bones right up here too. Oh, who's laying right there? So Indiana, you can't take it. You gotta call. If you want to take it, you gotta call and get a salvage tag, which they will almost always give you. But I don't have the time or the dire need for that, you know. 2-year-old, I'd bet. Probably 1.5. We're being real. That's 1.5-year-old. But now we made it easy for him to find, so that when he comes back to his property and I give him this location. Oh no 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 no. Ooh wee. I accidentally hit buttons that I don't know how to accidentally unhit. Ooh. On this live thing. Ooh. If you're just joining now, it's probably because I left the deadhead. All the people that saw the deadhead. Oh, you guys probably want to see it then, since you're here. Give you some value. So I just found this deer Boneyard. This guy, which I marked with a Diet Dew can, because Diet Dew is going to be the best sponsor I ever had as soon as they realize it. Thank you, Mountain Dew, for being so refreshing and sponsoring Ricky Bobby back in the day when he won all those races. Those were good years. Diet Dew. But yeah, I just found a pile of bones, okay? So there's a pile of deer bones there. Pile of deer bones there. Pile of deer bones over there. Only one head. I'm not gonna stand here because I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. So I marked it, stood the head up. He was laying right here. Stood the head up, left a can on it so he can come get it. He will have to call his local DNR. So look. Totally just got a bunch of these thorns in the top of my scalp. But it looks to me like at least 2 deer. I could identify at least 4 femurs. Ooh. And then big old rear femurs aren't mistaken for other things. Ooh. Ooh. But I didn't find the other head. Curious. Only one head that I could find in that pile, which I mean, obviously coyotes, dogs, etc. pick up a head once it's disconnected and carry it wherever they want to. But the other one was right there. Suspicious. And they can see right over the water whenever they want to shoot deer on this side with a rifle. They really could, as long as there wasn't someone here to know it. Or cops don't find out this deer is beat up right now. I would not be. Well, I'm being pretty loud, so we're gonna assume. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the thorns out of my hair. Hi, 18 people. We found a couple deer bone carcasses back there. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, they're hammering right here. So if they're hammering right here, that means they're crossing the road right there. coming across the water right there, probably. Yeah, that's all beat up. All the ground around here is churned like a kid's toy. I'm just looking to see if there's humans back here, honestly, real quick. I don't think so. Yeah, they're crossing under them right there. They're crossing under them. He needs the other side of the water. He needs it to be a sanctuary behind me. Exit the sanctuary. There will be a screen right here. And I'm gonna cut this up for you guys to see in a shorter amount of time and for him to be able to view easily. But everything that's tilled for the food plot is gonna be plot and screen. And over here, he needs no screen behind me. I encourage him not to go parallel to the road there, but to walk behind a screen that's right here. So all that's plot right now. He's gonna do 15 or 20 foot of screen all the way across that, maybe more. That way he can access. But if they're in here, they can just watch him pull in over there. So if we're expecting the deer to be in here, we don't want them to be sitting right here watching out, you know? So I need 20 feet of screening. I suggest John Comp's HD screen. I will put a link to that in the comments. 20 foot of screen right there, so they can't watch the driveway that's behind us. So you see how you can see a house? That's not good. I want to be able to see in or see out. So screen here. The deer can feel real good back there, and they can't see out here. Won't be able to see that you're pulling in there, the gravel driveway. Hear you. And when they're back there, excuse the cigarette, when they're back there, they won't be able to see you getting ready over here and walk into a blind up here or a blind back here. The wind's coming up that way. The food's back there. They come here back. If you're up here, you could do all right with the wind going towards the driveway. So when I get done here, I will look at locations and I will look up the statistics on how often during, you guys can use Chat GPT. It's awesome. Just ask it what the percentage of north, south, east, west wind in your area is during the hunting season, whatever that is in your area. So we screen this. They can live back there. We cut a little bit, not a lot, just some pockets. See what happens next winter before spring green up. Too late now. We will spray a bunch of the invasives that are in here, and you can gut again. just trying to let the few good trees, there's not many. What's here is mostly junk. We're gonna leave a lot of the junk if it's not dead. But like stuff like this, that tree ain't doing no one no good, and it's gonna have a big canopy that's gonna have a big shade spot. You would never be able to cut it and make money on the cut. So it'd be better to get it down now instead of when it's bigger. So yeah, I'd fire up this tractor right here and bring that till back this way. It's not my tractor. And it's getting dark, so I ain't doing it right now. I could call him and ask him, but I ain't doing it right now. That way, you got a screen basically to that. You can see that path, probably the path that you guys use for wheelers. All that needs to be screened now. Four-wheelers can come in here, but they don't pass here anymore. Obviously, you're not going to be riding in season. But you're not going to not ride until season, so that spot is what it is. Thicken this up on the edge, and they won't be able to see much there. I really should have got over here like 10 minutes earlier and got some glamour shots of this farm wall. Yeah, I'm tired. I drove 2 hours of the 3 hours. It is home until dark. I really want to get some glamour shots of this bad boy. He's got a hell of a plot and screen ready. Definitely when it's dry. And I'll rake it. They've got other stuff. Yeah, rake it or drag it. He's got a planter. I'd imagine he would lawn it a bit smoother. Well, guys, we're nearing my vehicle and nearing the spots where I can't show you, so can't show no more. Hey guys, 10% off everything on my website before you leave. If you guys would buy one of the hats or shirts that is on the website, that would be awesome. 10% off, code 2025. If you see something and you like, I'll make me that deal. You do not have to buy anything if there's nothing you want. Okay, but go on the website, check out the urban collection, and I'm sorry, I just built the collection today. I wanted it to be available to you guys. I need to clean it up tonight. Urban Apparel or something, I believe. You go on the website that's in the description. No, it's not in the description. I haven't commented it. It's in my profile description. Sorry guys, long day. I worked all day out of state. Drove 2 of the 3 hours home. Stopped here so I could look at this property for my buddy so I can help him make it better. But also show you guys some things that would make it better. If you did not see this live, you missed a lot, so I'm sorry. But I added this collection to my website today. I saw this company's work in person this weekend at an event, and I was like, your stuff's awesome, can I put it online on my website? They let me, so I put it on, and this stuff is awesome. I am 100%, I promise you, going to go home and buy a hat that I already found. 10% off of any purchase of, I believe, they made it anything over 50 bucks. 10% off, 5 off 50. This stuff is awesome, guys. Go check it out. Thank you for watching. Code 2025. I'm gonna put it in the description, or put it on my YouTube community spot right now. So if you forget 2025 on my website, go to the community spot. The code will be there. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye.